So we become surrogates to our own oppression, to our own degradation, to our own exploitation. So being surrogates, meaning being incubators, being caretakers of that which is leveled against us for our annihilation. That in itself problematizes our very existence. So you cannot have law when you are under domination. It is only the dominator who has laws, because this is the dominator's order and not yours, within which your framework of existence is formulated. Now, I have already alluded to the fact that institutions are therefore disciplining through a delineated process called education your minds to normalize anomalies. That is why when these anomalies are normalized, you think you have human rights problems. You do not have human rights problems, because what they define as rights are by far wrongs to you or on you. Remember, everything that they define is pervaded by their value system, is pervaded by their wealth sense. So it can never affirm your essence, and whatever does not affirm your essence will subsequently negate your existence. It renders you non-existent in terms of order and arrangement of things. Let me make an example of this thing that is called law by your invaders, by your race enemies. Let me begin with international law, because white supremacy that we are problematizing here within the context of law, institutions, and media is law that is imposed on us by a global dynamic called, euphemistically, white supremacy. Why I'm saying euphemistically? Actually, I'm actually being lenient by even saying this is euphemism. It's actually a gross misnomer. As in the words of ThT, we should not even allow ourselves to call this dynamic white supremacy, because by so doing, we psychologically place ourselves in a position of subordination, because the denotation becomes our race enemies are supreme. Hence, we call this global dynamic white supremacy. So we get psychologized into admitting unwittingly, naively, unsuspectingly, that our race enemies are supreme. Baba Kamau Kambon calls this anti-black global dynamic white terror, domination, and deceit, which is precisely what it is. And what they call laws, what they call justice, what they define as human, what they define as rights, what they define as God, what they define as whatever is perceived, to be leveraged for harmony, peace, tranquility, equilibrium, is something that does not have the best interest of those that the objective of the definers are intended for their subjugation. And the media, which I was introduced by one of our beloved hip-hop scholars, Professor Grief, he introduced me to the concept of media as being the multi-ethnic devils in action. Now, media role in this whole thing is desensitization. You are actually being desensitized. You are being desensitized to truth through repetition of nonsense. Media does the PR work for a dominion that, by its value system,